Hello everybody, Jack Brooks from Gearworks Studio here, and now we're about to tackle one of my independent films, A Tale of Two Gnomes. This is my first in what I call the Shreveport Plush Trilogy, and that is about to conclude soon. I'm about to release my final work for the trilogy, but here's our first, A Tale of Two Gnomes, and for a little audio sync, we're gonna go in 3, 2, now. So, I opted to do this in between two large projects of mine. I was going to do a little film with humans called A Man's Armistice, but some people in that group had a little falling out, so we got to the point to where we couldn't do that. Now right there, that's stop motion animation right there. You can probably tell that, so we just had I did stop motion of those two gnomes in front of a green screen, and we just put them over a still of a village. And we only had two, much like Ingber's Plush, we didn't have a lot of like background pigs. Well, right here we didn't have a lot of background gnomes, so we just used the same two gnomes over and over, the big guys. But Blanco and Humphrey are the same little guys. We have gnome growers right there. A lot of the custom graphics are just cheap sheets of paper just taped over a plastic cover to something. Pretty cheap, and we have those wine corks, which are supposed to be other pill bottles. But it really shows you the scale of all the things. Really shows you how minuscule these gnomes are. So here's Sir Tio. So he's a hipster. He has his beard in a sort of man bun. He also has he has a sock for a black shirt. You can probably make it out right there. And on his hat we have a cuff that I made, a jeweled cuff that I made. Oh wait, now before I get into that, look at that right there. That coin. Originally in the script, it was supposed to be like a car wash token. You know how car wash tokens say car wash token, no cash value. So he's supposed to just like toss him a coin with no cash value, and the homeless gnome was supposed to read that, and you know, just shows Sir Tio's nasty side. Alright, anyway, Sir Tio's cuff. That's something I made in a little place called Sundance. So I'm very proud of that cuff. So to make Sir Tio look a little more different, a little more pizzazzy, I have him wear it on his hat. So why plush videos? Why plush videos? They're easy to make. Well, that's not really true. It's a little harder to direct your stupid little plush toys, because they're just plush toys. They don't know what they're doing. You have to puppeteer them. You have to puppeteer all of them. I'm very proud of the Dorringham Village set. A little stack of cards right there. Alright, so there's a lot of energy and detail that is put into plush projects, much to everyone's ignorance. A lot of people are like, it'd be more impressive if you made this with like fucking cubeds, but that's not always the case, because it's just making shit with humans is just so it's so yesterday. There's this sort of charm. That's also stop motion, that train right there. Stop motion in front of a green screen. There's a lot of stop motion in front of a green screen things. Anyways, but there's this certain charm that plush videos have that stuff with humans doesn't. And plush videos really, or any sort of puppetry, just really stands out amongst the crowd. So we have this map, a little bit of world building in this world of gnomes. This was filmed in Sundance, the Dreadnought's Range scene. So, yeah, Dreadnought. We have Dreadnought's Range and Dreadnought's Cove. We're about to rest for the night. So we have Blanco, really just...
With the journey halfway, Blanco bravely thought
oh,
to reason with
wow, I wish I could... If this wasn't a director's commentary, I wish I'd go back and see that again. I'm very proud of that shot, of that nice crisp morning shot.
Have you ever considered that?
with the green screen gnomes, green screen stop motion gnomes marching right in front of it. Now you can barely see that. But when it cuts back to Blanco, you can see a skeleton right behind his backpack. And in that wide, the establishing wide of this little campout scene, it looks like Humphrey is on a rock, which he is, and Blanco is supposed to be on a rock too. He is on a rock, but it's just like the shading of the different rocks, so it just looks like Blanco is floating in midair, which kind of sucks. So the aspect ratio of this movie is a little weird. I tried to give it some sort of 21:9 look, but it didn't work because I didn't want to crop out too much. There's this certain trick that you can do in Final Cut Pro to where you can put your projects in 21:9, but I didn't know that existed, so I just did this trim. But I didn't want to cut too much out. So we have this really weird crop, fake 21:9 look. It looks like he's floating in midair, but he's not. And you could see that skeleton. Skeleton just barely sticking out. I didn't really plan that skeleton shot that well. That skeleton placement that well. Very proud of that shot too, with the focus on the coin to the egg. But as for the entire set, you can see the carpet right underneath the coins, and you can... And when Blanco steps out, you can see this. You can see the wall. I filmed this in a little nook. The cove, the actual cove part, in a little nook in my brother's vacant room. But right here, yeah, see that? I like the framing. I think the shading and the framing's pretty good, but I want this to look like a gold cove. And well, when you can see that blue, that baby blue wall paint, and so you can see all the moss and shit all over the carpet. You can see the carpet. Yeah, I'm not fooling anyone. You can see my hand at times. And I thought that the crop would kind of fix that, but again, I didn't want to crop out too much so that you could see some certain things, but you can still make out my hand. But again, it gives it a sense of charm. There's a very homemade feel to this movie, but also feels very epic and grand, doesn't it? Just like any fantasy movie, and that's kind of what I wanted to capture here. Homemade and kind of, well, cliche, just gnomes going on a quest for a golden egg. That's all there is, but it's this sort of plush charm that really encaptures this very big feeling about the movie. Now look at this. Watch this. So Sertio does this little reveal. And we do what is called the 180 degree rule break. So now we're facing the other side of Sertio, and we're facing the other side of the gnomes. So we have crossed the line in a very slow pan. Shit, I forget what it's called. I'm gonna call it a dolly. But we do that little 180 roll break. But just like that, this dragon breaks through the wall. And it turns out she was not dead. And he snags Sertio, freaking killing him, I guess. See her crown on top. But just before she goes, she has one more thing to take the egg. So what is that supposed to mean? I don't know. Just Sertio being cray. And I like this little blacksmith saying, fuck my life. And just going back to his work. And Humphrey pulls this moral out of his ass, like nothing happened. But it's a good moral. I don't like that shading change right there, but hey, it is what it is. It is what it is. And, well, that's all there is. One final stop-motion green screen to end it off. We have the golden egg graphic at the top of that page. And, well, that is it. You can see the backpacks in the background of Blanco and Humphrey on the bed. But, yeah. that was freaking A Tale of Two Gnomes. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in Sharon and the Veg Plot.